Hey everyone, I'm Pacific the Casual Gamer, and like a lot of other support and hard breach mains, I have been playing a lot of Ace. I love Ace, and I'm here to tell you guys that today I see a lot of differences between Ace and a 5-stack and a solo queue. I think a lot more than a lot of people think, and today I'd like to talk about that. So, Ace, he's overpowered, right? I think a lot of people kind of agree that he's overpowered. Maybe that's because we don't know how to counter him. I don't know. But I'm going to stick with the notion that he's overpowered because I like the mob to actually like me. So, anyways, let's get into it. Ace as a solo queue operator. What happens a lot? Well, you have a lot of different things you can do with Ace because you can kill people with the AK, you have the hard breaching, and you have the smokes. A lot of times in solo queue, if I'm an Ace, I take the bomb because I have a smoke grenade, right? So when you play in a solo queue, it's very hard to coordinate with someone else with smokes to be like, all right, I have the bomb, you have the smokes, the ADSs are burned, the Wamais are gone, launch the thing, I'm going to plant. Because a lot of times what happens in solo queue is you sit there, right, you're pushing the site, you hear the smoke grenade goes off, 2 seconds later someone gets on the mic and goes, plant, 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 plant. And you're like, well, and then halfway through planting, because you get there, the smoke goes away, and then you're just screwed, right? So it's very important in solo queue, if you're an operator with smoke grenades, you have the bomb, right? Because then you take care of all the timing with the smokes, and the defuse takes that off the other people's plates, Don't gotta deal with it. Another thing about Ace is his extreme versatility, right? He has his Selma charges, which means you can open any freaking wall you want. You have the AK, which is already a good fragging gun, and it doesn't take a lot to be like, all right, I have a crappy gun. I need you to distract so I can get killed with my crappy gun, right? And it has all the customization, so wherever you're going to go, I always say this, when you're playing in solo queue, have a plan in the back of your head on what you're going to do. All right, I'm going to be in a lot of close range rooms, angle grip hollow. I'm going to be in a lot of long range fights, foregrip ACOG. You can do that to the AK, and if I've played with both versions of the AK, it specializes into the long range or close range role extremely well. So you can really plan that out to pull off whatever you want with Ace. Now, like with any operator, in solo queue, you're going to get less done than in a 5-stack. I don't want to talk about that 5-stack. So the 5-stack, Ace doesn't need to carry the bomb, right? It's very traditional to have the hard breacher carry the bomb, but because you're all coordinated and you're probably with buddies that you've been playing with for a long time, it's very easy to say, I need to plant, go smoke over here. You're like, fine, I chuck the thing. Boom, they plant, right? It's why Capiteo isn't popular in solo queue, but it's very popular in 5-stacks. It's the same kind of mentality. The AK, I mean, at that point, I would recommend if you're playing with a 5-stack, unless you have a very specific plan for Ace, to set the AK up how you're going to want to play, because Ace then goes from this kind of second entry hard breach flex roll to a pure flex roll because you have those 3 Selma charges. If you get a breach off early in the round, you are probably going to have to go to the other side of the map to help out with another breach. That's a very powerful move. If you can do that with any sort of hard breacher, open 2 separate sides, it's going to freak the enemies out because not only do they have 1 breach to go, they have 2 breaches. If you get them on opposite sides of the objective, now you have 2 extra spots. They have more. It's chaos, right? So when you bring an Ace, expect to have to be on the move, get your thing done on one side, and haul ass to the other side of wherever you're attacking. The best example I can give here is on Oregon when they're defending top floor. What I traditionally do as Ace is I go for the back attic, right? I open the back attic, and I'm droning myself in. Someone else is droning, and then if I open back attic with, I don't care how many Selmas it takes, 1 or 2, and I have 1 left, I'm going to go across the map to the master bedroom and try to open games wall. Because I have that utility, I have my 5-stack, we all know what's going on, someone's going to be on the back attic, boom, haul over, go that way. Me personally, I like Ace with the AK and the hollow and the angled grip, so I try to get myself in as many situations that I can with that hollow angled grip. What's really important in a 5-stack is to save your smoke grenades. In a solo queue, sometimes there's lines of sight you can cut off that's not necessarily a bomb plant that's going to help everyone out because you're not coordinated enough to like take somebody out, for instance, right? Like if there's a Tachanka and you need to cut him off, you're not going to be coordinated enough to take him out. In 5-stack, you need to save your smoke grenades. And if you pick ace, pick people that can also burn ADSs to use those smoke grenades. So it's going to be a lot. I see this very common is an ace with something like an ash and a thermite, right? Actually, my team and I in ranked have recently been playing with ace and thermite together. But yeah, ace, man, he gets more done in a 5-stack, and he plays a little bit more flexibly in a 5-stack. But if you get very good at using ace in a solo queue environment, when you move over to a 5-stack, not a lot's going to change other than traditional 5-stack things like droning in for each other, holding crosses, getting refrags, you know, that sort of stuff. But ace himself, his interactions don't change. In fact, if you open hatches with ace, you're probably going to be opening less hatches with ace. That's been my experience. In fact, yeah, the only time I've really opened hatches with ace is if everyone's dead and the angle I see requires a hatch open. That's the only time I open with ace. But again, that's my opinion on 5-stack versus solo queue ace. Really, the only difference is you get more done and you're a little bit more flexible. So you should set up the gun the way that you prefer it. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to let me know in the comments below. If you want to support the channel, you can buy my mouse using the Amazon links in the description below. I'm Pacific the Casual Gamer. I suck just as bad as you do at video games, and I'll see you guys in the next one.